The two greatest words in sports is Game 7. One added bonus was thrown into this. Overtime. Game 7. But when it was all said and done, Ranger fans, it's time to celebrate. Your New York Rangers are going back to the Eastern Conference Finals. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Michael Flecha alongside with my partner and very enthusiastic. And indeed, tonight, he is indeed ridiculously over, Anthony Florio. And we welcome you to the Ranger Roundup of Game 7 of the Eastern Conference second round. The New York Rangers did it. They came back from 3 games to 1 down to win the series by the final score of 2-1 tonight, and it had to go into overtime to decide a winner. I mean, my God, you want to talk about nail-biting moment? You want to talk about losing our minds, losing our hair? We're probably going gray right now. I think I got a couple of gray hairs in my head tonight. I think, Florio, you're the same way. And we probably aged. We probably lost a few years of our lives tonight. But whatever the case may be, it's jubilation in the garden, jubilation for Ranger fans around the world. Oh man, we're gonna dig right in. We're literally still at a state of shock right now because of what just happened just moments ago. But it's over. The Rangers win. They go to the Eastern Conference Finals. They will play the Tampa Bay Lightning in the next round. And here's how it went down. First off, well, just like the moral of this series, unfortunately for New York, we had to come from behind on this one because the man that did the guarantee, Alexander Ovechkin, scored in the first period in 12 minutes and 50 seconds into the first. It was Alexander Ovechkin with the goal, Marcus Johansson and Nick Backstrom getting the assist. We're like, all right, fine, we'll live with that. Well, you made the guarantee. I guess it's fitting that you back it up, and they did get the goal, so they were definitely on their way. They outshot the Rangers 15-10 in the first period, and it looked like New York fell flat-footed. We kind of didn't really get there. Maybe it was the pressure. Maybe it was, some bad luck, bad juju, whatever the case may be. But in the second period, New York got the goal right back as it was Kevin Hayes, the second of the postseason for him, assisted by JT Miller, and the captain, Ryan McDonough, gets the goal, gets the assist on the goal, and that set everything up in the second period. The Rangers outshot the Capitals 15-7 in the second period. Going into the third, there was no score in the third period. The Rangers outshot the Washington Capitals 9-6. Very defensive third period. Neither team could get the opportunity. And then the first overtime number 1, both teams going at it. Both teams had an opportunity to win the game, but it was Derek Stepan, his third of the postseason. Stepan, you better be getting the Broadway hat tonight because you, my friend, are one of the main reasons why the New York Rangers are going back to the Eastern Conference Finals and has the opportunity to successfully defend the Prince of Wales Trophy against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Give the assist to Dan Girardi. Give the assist to Keith Yandel. And in the overtime, yes, the Washington Capitals outshot the Rangers 8-5 in the third. Rangers outshot in the entire game 39-36. And just to give you guys the report, I just got it right now, just crossed the wire just moments ago. Our 3 stars of the game, number 3 star was Brandon Holtby, number 2 star, Henrik Lundqvist, and the number 1 star, I believe, will be the winner of the Broadway hat, and that should be going down moments from now. Derek Stepan with the game-winning, the series-winning goal in overtime. Anthony Florio, it is all yours.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, my friend. It's all yours.
Okay. Slow loading. Just wanted to. I was waiting for everything to come up again, but oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I mean, how in the world am I gonna have? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to. All right. Calm down, Tony. Calm down. I just need a moment. Okay, my heart's back in. Okay, here we go. All right. Hello, friends. It is indeed Anthony Florio here with you for this very exciting edition of the Rangers Roundup. And oh my goodness, Fletch and ladies and gentlemen out there, Shakespearean drama at its absolute finest here tonight. I mean, what a fantastic what a fantastic night overall. As if seeing my boy Nick Fradiani win American Idol was one thing. Now I get to see, well, Fletcher and I both get to see our boys, the men in blue, the blue shirts, pull another rabbit out of their hat here tonight. And I will admit, I was frantically nervous. I was scared to death to face the Washington Capitals, and now you just saw why I was scared to death to face this team. Well, we got through that hurdle. Now we move on to face the team that Michael Flecha was scared to death of, the Tampa Bay Lightning. We'll get into that, in a short. But all right, now it's very hard. It is so hard to try to do to try to be the professional here, but that's what we got. That's what we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna try to do my Barry Melrose, like I always do. So, my goodness, man, what a fantastic game. I mean, this was 5 stars, Shakespearean drama at its absolute finest, and I, for one, could not be any more thrilled with the outcome of this game tonight. I mean, a game 7 is one thing, but to have a game 7 to go into overtime, what's better than that? I don't know. I really don't know. But Fletch alluded to it. The man himself, Alexander Ovechkin, 12:50 of the first, 1-0 Washington from Johansson and Backstrom, and then Kevin Hayes. He was the hero of Game 4 against Pittsburgh. From Miller and McDonough at 6:22 of the second, tied it at 1, no score in the third, and then Derek Stepan from Girardi and Yandel. Oh, what a thing of beauty that goal was! Wow, 11:24 in the overtime, 2-1. The Rangers win. A rarity. The Rangers actually outshoot the Capitals 39-36. I mean, 15-10 in favor of Washington in the first, and then 15-7 New York in the second, 9-6 New York in the third. Washington had it 8-5 in the overtime. By the way, Kevin Hayes' goal, was a power play goal. 1 out of 4 for the Rangers. Capitals were 0 for 3 on the power play. Face-offs, once again, it was dominated by the Washington Capitals. 47 face-offs to only 32 for the Rangers. A face-off percentage of 59% for Washington, 41% for the Rangers. The hits in favor of the Rangers, 32-26. And then the block shots, those were in favor of the Washington Capitals, 21-19. So, third star of the game, Braden Holtby, 37 saves on 39 shots. Fantastic game from him. He was fantastic throughout this entire series. Henrik Lundqvist standing on his head one more time, 35 saves on 36 shots, the number 2 star. And then the number 1 star, of course, it's got to be Derek Stepan, the series-winning goal for the New York Rangers in overtime. And now that means we get to do another round of Ranger roundups. And I, for one, couldn't be any more thrilled about that. I really did not want this to end on the other side, but thankfully we survive. And now it's on to the Eastern Conference Finals and a showdown with the Tampa Bay Lightning. That is going to be one hell of a series. And now it's time for me to do what I do best here on the Ranger Roundup. You know what I got to do. Break it down based who I felt were the best players on the ice tonight. And of course, you got to start with the winners. The New York Rangers, obviously. And to me, I got to go with Chris Kreider. I mean, I think Kreider had, he stood on his head tonight. He had 9 hits in this game tonight. 9 hits with a block shot. A great game for Chris Kreider. Another guy, you got to give it up for the captain, Ryan McDonough. 6 block shots, 3 takeaways, had a hit, and of course an assist. Let me see who else. Who else I feel had a great game? Tanner Glass. Tanner Glass, I think, had another great game. He had 5 hits and a block, so I got to give it up for Tanner Glass. We did lose Danny Boyle, but he had a couple of hits. He played well. Derek Brassard with a couple of hits and a takeaway. Hagelin, 3 hits and a block. And then, of course, you got to give it up for Yandel. I thought had a solid game, had an assist and 2 hits. Hayes had a couple of hits and a takeaway. He had that tying goal. And then Derek Stepan, 2 blocks. And, of course, the series-winning goal. You cannot leave Derek Stepan out. Don't dare leave him out. And of course, Henrik Lundqvist with another stain-on-his-head performance. I mean, unbelievable, to say the very least. I mean, wow. What is it about him? Why do we call him the best in the world? Now you know. And of course, I gotta show some love for the runners-up here, the Washington Capitals. John Carlson. Well, it's really a 3-way tie when it comes to Washington. Carl Alsner with 4 hits and 2 blocks. John Carlson, 4 blocks and 3 hits, and Brooks Orpik, 4 blocks and 3 hits. I mean, those 3 guys were. I felt were the best player. And then, of course, Alexander Ovechkin, I can't leave him out. A goal and 3 hits on the night. And Beagle, I thought, had a solid game, even with only a block and a hit. He won a lot of faceoffs, and I got to give him credit for that. Brouwer played a good game with 3 hits. And, Mike Green had a couple of blocks. And then Braden Holtby. What can you say about Braden Holtby? I mean, he stood on his head tonight. I mean, yowza. But all in all, I mean, this series, Fletch, was, to me, this series was to the Stanley Cup playoffs what that first round series in the NBA playoffs with the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Clippers were to the NBA. A fun, exciting, Shakespearean, drama-laden 7-game series that you really did not want to see end. It's a shame somebody had to lose, but we're not ashamed as the Washington Capitals. No, indeed, we're not. I mean, yeah, you feel for Alexander Ovechkin, far and away the best player to never win the Stanley Cup right now. But I honestly feel that one of these years, Alexander Ovechkin and the Capitals will win a Stanley Cup. But it ain't going to be this year, boy, because #ChangeTheEnding is alive and well. And what else is there to say, my man? Except I'll just say it like this. I mean, this to me, and you're gonna hear this here first. I got to consider this the greatest second round playoff series I have ever seen in all the years that you and I have been covering the Stanley Cup playoffs, Fletch. I mean, not because our team was in it, no. It was because of the body of work, the Shakespearean drama, the excitement that every game generated. From Joel Ward scoring the winner with just seconds to go in game 1, the exciting finish of game 2 down to the wire, those great wins by Washington in 3 and 4, and then the last 3 games in particular, those were the 3 that really did it. And just think, Mikey, we were 1 minute and 41 seconds away from all this being done. 1 minute and 41 more seconds, we're not even doing this right now. We're just hanging. We're chilling. We're doing our own thing. But no, the Ranger Roundup lives. It lives for one more round. It's now the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I cannot believe this, man. I still can't get over this. I mean, but what did I say? I didn't give up hope. I wanted to give up hope, but I didn't give up hope. Because remember, they did it last year. Go figure, a year later, they do it again. They fall behind 3-1 in the second round to a superior opponent. Last year was Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin. This year it's Alexander Ovechkin and his band of merry men. And go figure, we got them again. 3 straight playoff series, we've beaten the Capitals. All have gone to 7 games, and we did it again. And now, once we're halfway home, the hashtag changed the ending. Oh, man. We don't drink champagne, but it's on ice, man. Let me tell you. I mean, this was, like I said, Mikey, the greatest second-round playoff series I have ever seen in the illustrious history of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And now the Final Four is set. We got the New York Rangers against the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals. And in the Western Conference Finals, the Anaheim Ducks against the Chicago Blackhawks. And that's going to be, I mean, both of those series I expect to be very intense, full of Shakespearean drama at its absolute finest. And I said we were coming to play, and they did it, man. We come to play. I mean, we're coming to play. That's our battle cry when it comes to the Strictly Sports family. And Derek Ferrera even alluded to it. And halfway there, 8 down, 8 more to go. Now it's Tampa. Well, I had my heart attack. Now it's time for Michael Flecha to have his heart attack, because let me tell you, when it comes to this series, I did not want to see the Washington Capitals. I did not. And you all saw why. I did not want to see the Washington Capitals. They pushed us. They gave us everything. In some people's eyes, they should have won this series, but not me. I said this series was going 7. I was right. I said the Rangers were going to win in 7. They did. And I'm insane in the head right now, but it's in a good way though. I mean, what a night. I mean, an American Idol finale that was as fun as it can be. The right guy won, as far as I'm concerned, Mr. Fradiani. And as if that wasn't great enough, I get to see my team pull one literally out of the hat with the New York Rangers winning this series. Derek Stepan, you're the hero of the day, man. Well, night in this case, but the great Metallica, they said it, man. The hero of the day, it is Derek Stepan. So, number 21, we tip our hat. We don't have Broadway hats, but we tip our hats to you, sir. Well done. Oh, man. Now it's Tampa. I had my scare. Fletch, nothing left to say except now it's on to the team that you didn't want to see in the Stanley Cup playoffs. We got my scare out of the way. Now let's hope that we can get your scare out of the way and get by these Tampa Bay Lightning, these pesky Lightning. Oh, boy, and they've been like grease lightning throughout this Stanley Cup playoff. I mean, ask Detroit and Montreal, and they'll tell you firsthand. So, yeah. I don't know when the series starts, but we're going to be ready. We're going to do it one more time, one more series, the Eastern Conference Finals. And I am hopeful that will carry over into the Stanley Cup Finals against either Anaheim or Chicago. It doesn't matter, honestly, but from a personal standpoint, I'm kind of hoping that we get a buddy bowl. Myself and Michael Flecha and the New York Rangers against the Chicago Blackhawks from a personal perspective. But then again, I mean, if we do get there and we get Anaheim, let's remember, we beat Anaheim twice. We won both meetings, and we handled them. So, something to think about. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got a lot more work to do. We got a very tough, another very tough opponent in the Tampa Bay Lightning. I know Fletch is probably scared to death right now, and just like I was about this last series, but thank God the Capitals are done. I do not want to see them in the Stanley Cup playoffs again anytime soon, honest to goodness. But I don't know when the series starts, man, but I think this can go 7 again. And I think the New York Rangers can do it. I really do. I know Tampa's been very tough. Tyler Johnson, 8 goals, leading goal scorer in these playoffs. Bishop has been more than solid behind the net. He's been unbelievable. And thing is, we controlled it. We got Evgeny Malkin. We shut down Nicholas Backstrom and Mike Green. Yeah, Crosby got us a couple of times. Ovechkin got us 3 times. All we have to do is contain Tyler Johnson and also got to contain Steven Stamkos as well. If we can keep those two guys in check, and if we can, put the pressure on Bishop, and if Lundqvist can stand on his head a little more than Mr. Bishop, I like our chances. 7 games, Rangers win. That's all there is to it. All right, Fletch. I know you're scared to death of the Tampa Bay Lightning, but keep the faith, my friend. If we book it, it will come. We booked it tonight. Let's keep it on. Let's keep on rolling, man. I'm not ready for hashtag same old story, same old song and dance. Get that hashtag out of here. The hashtag that matters, you know the one. Change the ending. Halfway home to doing it. What a night. Let's
Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals goes down Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. on NBC from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. There's nothing more to say. Buckle up your chin straps. Ranger fans, grind that skates one more time because we are going to war with the Lightning for the Eastern Conference title. 4 wins away from making a return to the Stanley Cup final. 8 wins away from realizing the dream, changing the ending, and being Stanley Cup champions for the first time since 1994. There's nothing more to say, folks. We're going to sign off now. For Anthony Florio, I am Michael Flecha.
Thank you, my friend.
New York Ranger fans, feed me more.
Feed me more.
It's time to celebrate.
Yoo-hoo.
One more series to go because the Rangers move on. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for the Bulls Corner.
Ring on the light.
Right here on YouTube.com.